Okay, let's see. I don't know how to post this. Okay, don't sing. People might be here listening to you. You don't even know what's going on. All right. There's no notice on this because I had a doctor's appointment. That is the way of life. All right, so here is what I did. I made from the amigurumi, from the pink bear thing from yesterday. I changed the pattern a little bit to make this the ears pointy. So here is our bear. I made a small one afterwards. And look how much better the needle pointing is on the back. You can still see it, but it's nice and neat. And then this I made a purse on a keychain. Look how cute it is. And let's just, you can kind of see the scale. And then when you're making it smaller, you're just taking off one of these big rows, and then you're dropping a couple stitches in the middle so that the ears are a little bit closer. And this one I made it a little bit higher. Anyway, so this is from yesterday, and you can put stuff inside. And if you want, you could actually stuff this all the way, and you could put a little, hi, whoever's here, leave me a message so I know. And I got to turn my head sideways because I'm doing it a weird way today. Anyway, so today I'm going to work on the puppy. And so this is the puppy so far. So I wanted to make it so that these ears can fold down, but it's not really big enough. Let's make them longer. So I don't know. Because all the puppy faces that I see for appliques are not cute unless you're doing a lot of different pieces and then sewing them on. And it's supposed to be something you could just whip together fast. So yeah, so now we're going to do the same thing, but in this green to make a frog. And the green is a true green. It's showing up, well, it looks pretty good. Sometimes the camera makes the color change a little bit. So hey, if you are here, please like and subscribe and make my dream of never leaving my house again come true for me and Diamond, who is here with us today. There's Diamond. And yeah, and my other cats. Okay, so I'm using the size 4 crochet hook, and I am using it's a size 4 yarn. It is a little bit thicker, but it's still classified as a size 4. So if I needed to, I could go up a hook size, which I might do. I don't know. We'll see after this works up. So I had a doctor's appointment, and it went pretty good. But that's why I was not able to prepare anything. What's on here? I don't know what it is. Just cut it off and give it to Diamond. She likes it, or she's irritated with it. It's not my crochet hook. Where's my hook at? It's right here. Oh, no, it's on my foot. Okay. Anyway. There's a lot of, sorry, I was really moving around the yarn, and there's a lot of fuzz just floating around. All right, so I'm using a size 4 hook. I'm doing a magic circle. A magic circle is so annoying when you don't know how to do it. And then once you know how, you're like, oh, easy. And I am putting in 12 in this first, in the magic ring. And I'm doing double crochets. If we were doing amigurumi or amigurumi, which is a play on English and origami. Oops. I shouldn't say it's English, it's Japanese, but okay. In amigurumi, you would use single crochet. And now I'm beginning to see the popularity of these no-sew amigurumi things, because this putting together the pieces and parts is not the part that I like doing. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I'm going to put 12 in. Make sure you read your pattern. Some patterns call for 11, and then the first chain 3 is counted as a stitch. I don't do that because I don't like to, and that's why I'm not doing it. Okay, so here's our first circle, and what are we making? We're going to make a frog, and it's going to look like this. It's going to be pink, and I'm going to put the little ears up higher so you can see if, you know, that didn't take very long. Okay, so now I'm just going to chain 1, make it kind of loose, and now I'm going to put 2 double crochets into each stitch going around, and I will have 24 stitches on. Oops, I keep dropping my yarn. Let me put it underneath there. 24 stitches on this row. And I'll have 36 total. So if you are going by a pattern, and this pattern is freely available online, I would say it's barely not even a pattern because it's pretty much something that if you're crocheting, you could probably just, sorry, I'm adjusting my bra strap. It's probably something that you could just adjust as you're going along. Like this, I just made these pointy. No one told me to do that. And how, oops, his face fell off. How I made a pointy was I did 4 single crochets going across. And then when I turned around, I put the first 2 together to decrease it. And then I did 2. And then I turned it around. And then I decreased it again. And I just kind of made it even and pointy. And then here's the back part. And again, as a layperson would not be able to really tell that this is the back. It's still attractive on the back. And that's a little bit different than knitting, because knitting you have the front and the back, and sometimes it still looks fine. So, you know, whatever. Here, I'll answer a question that nobody has asked. Is there a knitting amigurumi? I don't think so. I'd have to look into that. I would have to look into that. All right, so here we go. We're going to go up here. And this yarn is not from Caron, spelled C-A-R-O-N. And it is not made in Turkey. I don't know what I was thinking. I think I had the wrong wrapper in the bag. It's an American-made yarn. I think this is a Vanna White yarn. I do not have the label for it anymore. Okay. And again, for this size, for this yarn, it's recommended that you use a size 5 hook. I'm using a 4 because I want the stitches to be really tighter. Now, if I didn't have a size 4 and I was using a 5, I could make them tighter because I am an experienced crocheter. But that would take more concentration on my part. So it's just easier if you want things to be smaller or tighter to go to a different size hook. And in fact, that's the way you can make something decrease in, like this way, is just by changing hook size. So, yep. All right, I was going to say something else that was mildly interesting to me. Oh, okay. Oh, wait, hey. Hi, daughter. Okay. Yes, you know what? I watched a video. Oh, God, it was so horrible looking. Okay. Hi, down in Northern. Hi. And what is a triple crochet? Okay. I will show you a triple crochet in just a second, because I will explain to you what all the stitches are. Okay. Now, a triple crochet, assuming that you are speaking of American terms, terminology, is okay, so wait, I'm sorry. Here is, and I need to start reading these questions out so that when I post this as a video for people to watch later, they understand why I keep saying random things. So here's our base, and here's our base. In English, no, in American terms, you have a single crochet, a half double crochet, double crochet, and a triple crochet. In British terms, or in I think Australian terms, it is 1 stitch up or 1 size up. So a triple crochet in English, in American, is the same as a quadruple in British. So I'm assuming you're saying American because I'm American. Why would you be speaking to anything else? So I'm going to show you, it's going to be backwards, but I think you'll still be able to understand. I'm going to put it on something else just so that I don't stretch out my stitches on the other one. Okay, so here, this is just a chain stitch. Okay, so a single crochet is, you have this loop on here, and you don't yarn over. There's no yarning over. You just go into the loop of your chain. You pull one stitch through, and I'm sorry, my camera's not picking, there we go. You yarn over once, and then you pull it through. That's a single crochet. A half double crochet. I know you asked for a triple, I'm getting there. You gotta wait. For a half double, and I don't know why they just came up with, I don't know. You're gonna yarn over. You're gonna go into the next chain, or whatever chain. You're gonna one time pull through. You have these 3 chains on here. So you're gonna yarn over once. You're gonna pull through all 3 of those. That's a half double crochet. Here's a double crochet. You're going to have your yarn on the loop. You're going to yarn over once, go through the chain. You're going to grab with your hook. Some people go like this a lot. And I think if it's an older person, it's because they know how to knit. And that's like a knitting technique. But in crochet, you want to try and use your hook. And that way, it's just more efficient. You're going to grab it once. You're going to yarn over. It's easier for me to do it that way because it's slow. You're going to go through 2. Then you're going to go over again and go through 2. That's why it's called a double. For triples, you're going to yarn over 1 time and 2 times. You're going to go through here. You're going to grab this yarn, pull it through. You're going to go through 2 on the hook, yarn over, 2 on the hook, yarn over, 2 on the hook, and that's a triple. Can you do quadruple? Yeah, you can do as many as you want, but what will happen is that your stitches will start becoming kind of loose. So let me finish showing you the triple. And there's even a technique where you can do 2, 3, 4 rows all together of a double crochet, triple crochet. When I saw that video, I thought, you've got some nerve calling yourself an expert when you didn't even know that existed. So there's all kinds of stuff that you can do. But when you're first starting, I'm going off on a tangent. I'll just stop. Okay, so here are a bunch of triple crochet. See, it's kind of loose in here. So it just kind of depends on what you're making, on why you would want to use a triple crochet. A lot of times you use a triple crochet for like an open lacy pattern, and I don't have any samples because I cleaned up by throwing everything out of the view of the camera, so I can't find anything easily. So, and since we're off on a tangent, haha, I got it from her. Oh, Diamond is with us, and you can see she's in attack mode. I gotta be careful because sometimes she gets me. I found this in the bag with the green. Look, it's a little backpack. Look how cute that is. And what I'm going to start doing is I'm going to start selling these little items that I know I'm never going to finish. I'm giving myself permission to not finish these things. I'm never going to do it. I don't have enough room. So the only thing that this would need is like maybe a little strap. And here is the back. And this is just, it's a little backpack. I think a student asked me, can you make a little miniature backpack? And then I did, and then I forgot about it. Anyway, so I'm going to probably sell this on something called Coffee, and it is spelled K-O-F-O, and there's a link in my description, but I don't have anything in the store yet. So, okay, anyway, I digress. Okay, so let's get back to the frog. And again, here is the little bear. I had a request. If you put something, oh my gosh. Okay, yes, I am. Thank you. I got a new pattern for a cardigan, and I usually do stuffed animals and don't know some of the stitches. No. Oh, you're welcome. I would suggest that if you just got a pattern for a cardigan, I have no idea how old you are or how educated you are, but you're a new crocheter. So I'm going to assume you're not sure how to read a pattern, because when a pattern says it's easy, that does not mean the construction is easy. It means that it is, did I say that right? It means that it's assuming that you know certain things and that the construction actually is kind of easy to put together, but it's going to assume you know how to do all the different stitches. Does that make sense? Because remember, in crochet and knitting, you are creating a fabric that does not need to be cut to be assembled into an article of clothing. So you have to be very careful. So the first thing I would suggest, and the most important thing you can do to make sure this pattern comes out right, is work your gauge. And the gauge will be on the first page, and it is not part of the pattern. And if you bought a pattern, if this is a newer pattern, there's probably a video for it. But the gauge is not part of the directions. Work the gauge up, because 1 or 2 stitches will result in you having something that's either too small or too big if you're off a little bit. And you need to use the same exact yarn that was in the pattern. And if you don't, you need to make sure you can go online and find the manufacturer's suggestions for the fiber that you're going to switch. And I have a really good example for you. I switched, I don't know if you're still here, but I'm going to pretend like you are. I'll put it, read the gauge, work the gauge. A lot of people don't like working the gauge because sometimes it takes a long time. Like if it says 16 rows, oh my God, you don't want to do that. You want to just get in there and use your hook and just get going. And then things will just, oh good, you're still here. So I'm going to show you something, and I haven't done a video on it, and I'm going to move my camera and hopefully nothing will fall apart. Oh, okay. Excuse my, you're going to see my, I'm going to show you 2 things. Okay. All right. As you know, crochet is very stretchy. So here is a shirt that I made. And I changed the fiber, of course, because I think I know everything. Look how cute that is. And I can wear this. It is not attractive on me because look how much this will stretch. So it will go around my girth that I have now that I'm older. This would look much cuter on my daughter. Yeah, and I did not work the gauge, so yeah. So that's one thing. So I used a different fiber, and it came out, I had some mistakes, but it came out pretty good, except for the seam on the side, which no one will see. And I used a variegated yarn, which was dumb. I shouldn't have used that because it was really hard to get it to look like to match the front and the back. So, okay, and then here is another example. Use if you said a cardigan, so it's probably, I don't know what it is. It could be acrylic, it could be wool. This pattern, and eventually one day I'll do a video on it, it was supposed to be a summer cover-up, and I saw it was so cute, and I thought, I never work with cotton. I don't own any cotton, and I am expressly forbidden from buying any yarn because I have too much yarn. And the whole point of doing this YouTube channel is to go through all my stuff. And I might as well put it on YouTube and maybe get monetized. But what I did was it called for cotton, and it was supposed to be a beach cover-up. So I only had acrylic. So I made this sweater. It's really pretty. The yarn was a gift. And I only had enough I had to do it in 2 different colors. So the pattern called for 1 color, which made the pattern easy because you didn't have to switch colors. And it called for cotton, and this is acrylic, so this is pretty heavy, and this is not going to be cool and refreshing on the beach. So I had to kind of eyeball it. No, I didn't. I don't know why I said that. It's a size too small for me, but I had to make it too small on purpose because I did not have enough yarn. Look how pretty that is. And this is made all from one direction. So you just go all the way, you go all the way across, She's got a fantastic video on it. I read the comments, and a lot of people said, mine came out to fit a toddler. You know, and I'm like, oh, you know what it was? It didn't work the gauge, because it took me a while to work the gauge, because this is super chunky. Or the pattern calls for super chunky. I only had chunky, so I took 2 strands of chunky and made super chunky. And I had to work the gauge like 3 times because it called for a really big hook that I was not used to using. I'm used to using between 4 and a 6. And this, use this hook. Just joking. That's a joke. Oops, wait a minute. Mr. President Biden wants, get out of here. Mr. Biden wants some money. Oh my God, I hope that my political thing doesn't scare anybody away. Please don't. Just joking. This actually is a real crochet hook. This is a size 50 or 25. And this one you would use for break rope. But I was using, it was like this size hook. This is a 9. And I'm used to this. So it took me a while, as someone who's very experienced at crocheting, to get the tension right. And I noticed when I was not paying attention that my stitches got smaller. And I like doing crochet where I'm not thinking about anything. Like this kind of stuff I could whip up and not even remember that I'm crocheting. So it was a little bit challenging, but it did come out pretty good. I'm putting a collar on it. I'll feature it in a video, and then I'll probably rip it out because I'm never going to wear it, and I don't think my daughters would wear it. So anyway, work the gauge. Work the gauge. If you substitute the fiber, make sure you do it the fiber for fiber. So if it calls for wool, you're going to want to use wool. If it calls for cotton, you're going to want to use cotton. Or look online and see what the manufacturer says. I'll try it on this weekend. Oh, good, you're still here. Yeah, okay. Good. I'm happy that I helped somebody, and I'm happy that my daughter is going to come over. And now I can't remember where the purple. It's not purple. All right, so I'll have both of these for you. Purple, it's green. Oh, it's on the floor. Okay. Oops. Okay. So I just ripped some of the stitches out, and that's okay. What did I do with the hole? Oh, I put it back in the container. Okay. Anyway, so please like and subscribe, hit the notification bell. I'm online usually twice a day because I also play a game called Seeker's Notes, and I might as well live stream that too. And it's a hidden objects game, and it's good for your memory if you're getting older like I am. Yeah. And when I lean in, you can really see how green I am. I'm very Italian. I'm all Italian. So green. Anyway, I digress. I babble a lot. Okay. All right, so now we put the stitch back in. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to go right here and put in our little ears. And I'm just going to, in the same stitch that I joined, I'm going to put, let's try a triple crochet. And now I'm not going to put in the same stitch. I'm going to skip 2 stitches. And what will happen then is that the triple crochet will lay sideways on your work, like that. Okay. Now we're going to do another one. And what that will do is, as we go around, and we're going to put in 7. If this was a double crochet, we would put in 5, like this. And what it does is it makes like a little shell pattern. And this will be our ear for our frog. And why am I doing a frog? Because one of my younger viewers who knows me in real life asked me to make her a frog. I'll make a frog. Okay, now we're going to skip 2 stitches, and we don't want to forget this one because it's kind of overshadowed. And we're just going to put a slip stitch. And I know you can't really see this. I'm sorry. One day I'll do a video of just my hands. But I like to talk so much, that's no fun. I mean, I talk about crocheting. All right, now we're going to put in, I'm going to put in 2. I don't have a proper pattern for this. I'm just going to kind of look at it. So I think what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to take one of these out. And let's do the skip 2 and see how it comes out. And when you're doing something like this, you got to make sure that this loop on here is nice and tight. And if it isn't, it will come back to haunt you later. That's not true. It might mess up your pattern just a little bit. And do I have an example? I don't have an example. Oh, okay. Hi, Diamond. What are you doing? You getting ready to attack? Oh, thank you. Diamond pointed out that I have one of these bottles on the floor. I'll hold it this way so you can't see what school I work from. It's a mystery. These are school colors. I'll hold it like a baby just to be safe. Thank you. For those of you who don't know, Diamond is a cat. Okay, so let's go back to this. And that sweater, if you use the super chunky yarn, it works up really, really fast. It doesn't have buttons on it, and it has an optional collar. The collar really makes it look quite nice. So I would recommend putting the collar on, but you can have it either way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 right here. Now I'm looking at this, and already I don't know if I like this. And I don't know. Let me see. Oh, yeah. All right. So then what I would do is I would put some white here. And I might, I don't know. If I put the white, I don't know. I'm going to look at a picture. So this will be for tomorrow. What? Not today? Yep. All right. Then what you're supposed to do is go around this whole thing with a single crochet, with a chain stitch, but you don't really have to do that because I started it right away. So we're just going to cut this. Okay, so I'll try and finish this for tomorrow. And then for our little dog, I made his little snout. Like that. And then for the frog, I'm going to make, wish I had regular white. I think I need is cream. Okay. Oh my God, did anything break? No. Okay. All right, well, we're going to use off-white. I don't think it'll matter too much. And I'm going to make this little circle, and instead of doing double crochets, I'm going to do single crochets. Make my horn go right. This is not a chili pepper, unless you're Hispanic or Latino. This is a cornicello. That's what Italians wear. It protects me from the evil eye, from the spirits. I keep forgetting to look down here. Okay, so, all right. But if you want to call it a chili pepper, go ahead and call it a chili pepper. It's fine with me. All right, so I'm going to make, I'm going to make these a little bit smaller. And then the idea would be put like either a black bead or a googly eye. We'll see how it works out. And I haven't kept track, so let me count. Okay, 2, 4, 6, 8. Let's do 8. Okay. If my daughter's still here, I still have the pretty scissors. Sometimes I don't use the pretty scissors. I'll try it out. Okay. All right. I forgot to turn the air conditioning down. So it's a little stuffy in here. All right, so what I'm doing is I made 8. Oh, sorry. I made 8 single crochets. And this will be the white of the frog's eyes. And I'm doing an invisible stitch. And the invisible stitch is really easy. It's just sometimes you don't want to take your hook out of the loop if you're new. Because I remember vaguely when I was new to crocheting, sometimes you put your hook in the wrong way or the yarn the wrong way, and then it's all like, what's going on? All right, so let's see how this would work. Maybe too crooked. I don't know, I feel like the bumps should be straight up and down. So I'll work up another green one and we'll go from there. So, all right. I might as well do another green one right now while I'm here. Okay. What? Yes, I should drink some more water. Okay. Okay. Okay, I'm going to show you how to do a magic circle, and I think you can see it from upside down. I'm not sure. I'm going to sneeze. Oh, thank you. I mean, just said bless you. If you want, you can watch a video where I didn't know how to turn it, and I'm upside down. That's kind of fun. Just joking. All right, so when you have, we're going to make a mat. It's just a slip knot, so I'll show you how to do it with just an index finger. Here's your yarn. Go like that. Or take two pieces, cross them over. This is behind. Then take your fingers, reach down and grab that big piece, and now you have a slip knot. Slip knots is one of the very first things that you learn when you learn how to do knotting. If anyone was a Boy Scout who likes to crochet, you probably obviously already know how to do this. So all you do is you take your, here's the top of the yarn, and I'll do it from your perspective. You go, you just go like this, and you just have to grab it with the tail on top, and now you have some. This is how you can do finger crocheting, which I hate saying that. And finger crocheting only really works with like the really big yarn, because you can only do a chain stitch. So this is how you would finger crochet. There's your loop, and then you. Katina found the ball of yarn. You know, I gave you yarn to play with, ma'am. Okay, shh. That's not a child I'm yelling at. That's a cat. There. Okay. All right. You just take your two fingers and you grab the yarn there, and you pull it through. And then obviously this loop is really big, so you gotta bring it back down. And then you bring this up, grab it like that, and you go like that. Ta-da! So why do that when you can use it with a hook? So your hook is the same thing. There's the loop, and you grab that, and then you pull it through. See? Wonderful. Can you crochet with only one hand? I'm sure there's people who have learned how to crochet with one hand. I've seen someone use a sewing machine with no hands, so I'm sure it's possible. I don't know how you would do it, but that's all it is. So all crochet is and knitting is just one, most stitches. It's just one very, very long slip stitch, and then you should be able to just pull it all the way apart. Ta-da! Like that. That's how easy it should be. So, okay, so I don't think anyone's here, but I'm going to make another frog, and I'm going to try and figure out, you know, I forgot I have my computer next to me somewhere. I could just look it up while I'm out here. Okay, put that over here. There's a table behind me. Don't think I'm just throwing my stuff on the floor. I missed the table. Oh, I'm so funny. All right, let me look this up real quick. And also I'm typing in is frog applique pattern, and Oh, you don't have a touch screen. Yeah, you know what? Would look so much better if I did little circles and then put the circles on top. But, okay. All right. Well, I'm going to make the foundation part of it. And then I will work on the other part of it. Okay. Thank you everybody for being here. Please like and subscribe if you like to watch this kind of content. I have like 55 videos, shorts, posts. They're not super good yet. I am in the process of learning, but I think they're getting a little bit better. At least I look better today. I watched yesterday, so oh my God, I looked awful. So that's all right. These things happen. All right, so I'm going to just make a circle. I'm sorry, a magic circle. I'm going to put 12 double crochet in here. And 12 is usually the basic for making these kind of things. I don't even know what I'm saying. It's for this pattern. You're going to put 12 in. If you put 10, it's going to be, it might like dome up. I want it to be a dome. So I'm going to make this. And then this is from yesterday. Ta-da, look how cute he is. And look how nice the needle point it came in. I started showing some of the stitches. But this is supposed to be on the refrigerator. It's a magnet. I'm sorry. I didn't put the magnet on here because I did to get out my sewing to sew the magnet on. Because you don't want to sew too much fiber on top of the magnet because then it's too hard to get on. Oh, that person left. Okay, well, maybe they don't like that. And then here is my little pink bear. It's a keychain. Look how cute he is. And this does hold a Burt's Bees or a chapstick size lip balm. Because I tried it out. Okay. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. Sorry. 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Okay. That's Titan Speaker Plushie. Hey, Titan Speaker Plushie, what's going on, man? I am making some stuff. I don't know how long you've been here, but we made, this was from yesterday. Look how cute he is, little bear. And you can see some of the needle point, but it's not too bad. And this time I put a magnet on. Here's a little purse for your backpack. Look how cute that is. Just trying to give some ideas for things that are quick to make. If you have yarn, have a crochet hook, and you want to make some little presents for people. And I think after I do this, I think I'm going to do some little miniature coffee cups. I saw that while I was looking around online. There's just so much stuff. So I'm going to just do this circle, and I'm doing 2 double crochets in each stitch. And one thing you should do so you don't get overuse syndrome, which is what I have, not so bad anymore, is take a break every now and then while you're crocheting, make sure you're not like squeezing like I was squeezing on here. And one of the things I have is it's called trigger finger, and it's in these 2 fingers, which is controlled by 2 different sets of nerves, which is weird. So these 2 fingers will lock up like in a claw. And I have a thing that I wear. It looks like a racket. I put my fingers in it to sleep because it can be quite painful. And that's because your body will hold on to stresses, holds on to emotional stress, holds on to physical stress. And for you young people, your posture is so important. Please don't end up like me, or like 50% of the population that has where your hip and your spine kind of join together. Yeah, problems there. So like after this feed, I'm gonna have to lay down for about an hour, alternating between ice and heat. And I do it all for you, for the love of crochet. Okay. Oh, and I meant to tell my daughter, I'm going to say this, I'm going to say it here, even though I don't think anyone's here. I found a lady who's an archaeologist. She specializes in fibers, and she has a whole video on the history of knitting. Didn't even know that was a thing. And my daughter has her associate's degree in archaeology. Very nice. Okay. So I'm going to just look at this and see how I can make a circle on here without taking my hook off. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that because we're trying to make a little frog. Okay. And I see one person is here. Okay, here is the front. Here is the back. Both looks nice. I'm going to snip this little tail off. And I'm just going to look, because what I want to do for a frog, I could put the eyes on here, but I feel like it should be more up. Let me try something. I'll put a chain here. There. Anyway, ask me a question, or hey man, if you want, ask me to make something, and if I can, I'll make it for you. Put it on here, and then I'm going to have a store where I'm going to be selling products, and I'm not making a bunch of these. It'll be like this one thing, and if you want it, you can buy it. And then also I'm going to have little kits of amigurumis where it's also, it's all crocheted, and you just have to stitch it together, and it'll just be that one. I'm not making a bunch of them. I just need to get rid of so much stuff. All right, so let me see if I can do this. Okay, so I'm going to put a stitch here. I'll put a stitch. I don't know how to do this. Like this. I'm just going to play around with my hook here for a little bit. Oh, this will work. Okay. So it's a lovely day in here in Phoenix. It's still pretty hot. And I'm kind of sad because I haven't been able to get out on my bicycle for a while because it's so hot. And even though the street I live on is like living in the country, horses, sheep, chickens, goat, lots of chickens. Weird, it just looks like a country street if you've ever lived in the country. And then at the top of the street, go up a little bit, you are definitely in urban Phoenix. So it's not particularly safe at night. And then I have an app that tells me that it's not even particularly safe early in the morning. So I haven't been able to get out on my bike because it's just too... Who is that? Who's there? Sorry, looking out my window. Yeah, so I'm kind of sad about that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's put another one in here. I think I figured it out. Okay, so what I did was I made 2 chains, and then I just put 8 crochets in here, single crochets. I know, move your fingers, Michelle. All right. But that opening is so big. I think, oh, that's gonna work. All right, so now I'm gonna take it out. I'm gonna do a better job. Anyway. All right. I don't know who's here. Someone, I don't know. I see one person is here. Oh, 2 people are here. Hello, hello. Thank you for being here. I just discovered how to make a little circle on top of here. Very exciting. Please like and subscribe. Help make my dream of never leaving my house again come true. I'm so old. I'm so tired. I'm not that old. I'm 60. Oh, God. It's okay. I'm very tired. I have a lot of medical things, and I would like to just not have to leave my house ever again. It would be so nice. Yeah. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try really hard to see if I can get this. Maybe I got to anchor it better. All Okay. Diamond is up to her shenanigans again. Diamond is a cat. Don't think I'm talking to a child like that. Even though some of my students would say that I do talk to them like that. Okay. Let me see. I don't think this is going to work out. All right, I'm going to have to really think about this for now. All right, ask me a question. I talk a lot. I don't know what else I'm supposed to be saying. Can I show you some more stuff? Want to see a little backpack? Little backpack. This is something that I'm going to sell. I don't know how much. In my little store. And I would give you a yarn to make the strap. Maybe I would make it or put it on, just leave it like this, put it on a keychain. I'd give you a little button to button it up. Boom. That's it. Just this one. Okay. Diamond. Does anyone want to see the kitty? Okay, I'm going to pick her up. And I might. Oh, wait, she's walking away. Oh, okay, now she's scratching my $3,000 couch that I got for $100 at the consignment store. All right. Okay, she's gone. All right. I gotta think about that circle for a minute. All right, here are some little tiny buttons that I can use for eyes. And I found this in scrapbooking. These are not genuine findings, meaning that if you use it as a real button, it probably wouldn't work. Here's all my crochet hooks. Let me just turn it sideways. Look at all of them. All right, I'm gonna, oh, someone else is here now. All right, this is what we're doing. We're finishing up our frog experiment. Here's the puppy. I might make another one. I know it doesn't look like a puppy yet, but I'm gonna do the needle point in the face. I gotta do that off camera, otherwise I will mess it up. And I might make another one with the ears bigger so that I can fold it down. But look how cute he's gonna be. And this is still kind of like this. This is supposed to be a bear. So I don't know, think of honey. Okay, so yeah, unless I get a question, I'm gonna go ahead and go. Oh, good, nobody's here. All right, goodbye. Please check in tomorrow or stick around. I'll be playing some Seeker's Notes. If you like watching people play video games, pretty chill. A little bit violent, but not really. It's a little tiny bit. Okay, goodbye. I appreciate each and every one of you for helping make my dream come true. Thank you. Goodbye.